Okay, here's the live action. This is live from the city of Worcester. Ronald O'Clair reporting. I write for the In-City Times. That's www.incity, Times, T-I-M-E-S, Worcester, WORCESTER.org. You may find 38 or so of my published stories, or hard-hitting journalism. I have not received any recognition for my citizen activism for the last 17 years in the city of Worcester. As you can see, this is a live action shot of Main Street. That's going down Charlton Street to the New York Fried Chicken on the corner. This one here is my backyard with the infrared camera. This one over there, now we have the fourth camera view. We have the side of Charlton Street going down. Let me see, that'll come up in a second. That's my rear security gate with the infrared. Then we have the Main Street section heading down from my building all the way down to the Compare Foods. Then we have, you know, this is the one to Charlton Street. And here's my my rear area, parking area again, where they usually come to shoot up. And then also what they'll do is they'll go back behind my dumpster and they'll urinate and defecate. I've picked up more human waste over these years that I've been fighting to reclaim the neighborhood than I ever did. You know, I had my dog, a little Shih Tzu, for 10 years. I put him to sleep the day before Obama was elected the first time. His name was Tiger, and I went with that dog all that time since he was a little puppy. He could fit in my hand. He grew up, you know, with me, and I loved that dog to death, and I cried my eyes out when I had to put him down. I didn't have $2,500 for an operation that could have saved his life. I'll never forget the dog. You know, if you treat the dog, was a wonderful, wonderful, you know, specimen of canine. It was just simply wonderful. It was a wonderful gift from God. I treated him as if he was my child. You know, I spent a decade with that animal. It's all in the way that you bring up an animal, on whether or not they're going to be vicious or if they're going to be a constant companion. That, you know, that dog, as little as he was fiercely loyal and would protect me no matter what came my way. It's amazing. You can't find a more loyal dog, I guess, than a little dust mop with legs like a Shih Tzu. You know, he was such a great guy. I miss Tiger a lot. Anyway, this is Ronald O'Clair reporting live from the city of Worcester, Massachusetts. It is 3:43 in the a.m. on the, today would be the 29th? The 29th of August, which is D-Day, June 6th, plus, let me see, June 6th, July, August 6th, that's 30 days there, or 30. Yeah, well, it's D-Day plus something. Anyway, I'm still on the campaign, and it looks like the battle for supremacy on whether or not, you know, I can have a nice, peaceful, quiet neighborhood. You know, I've been fighting to do this ever since I took over the responsibility and duty of becoming the building and property superintendent on the 16th of June, 2003. I have gotten so much resistance for my ideas to help this country come back on its feet and take back our streets, and absolutely zero recognition for my citizen activist efforts. You know, before, when Councilor Barbara Haller was the District 4 representative for the City Council, and the Maine South Alliance for Public Safety Chairman, Mr. William Briault, also better known as Billy Briault, used to be together, I think, you know, and I worked with them, and prior to that I'd worked with Janice Nadeau, who was also a wonderful District 4 representative. Oh, my laptop with the police scanner frequency tuned in on the, what they call scanneraudio.com. Anybody can tune in free, and you can read, this is my Facebook page. You know, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, at Ronald O'Clair. I'm at Facebook, and it's my full name there, Ronald. Last name, oh yeah, I think is it? Yeah, Ronald O'Clair. O''C''L''A''I''. I can be found, believe it or not, and I think it's important, on the telephone directory. see going on in the backyard there. Oh no, that was the rear security gate, which I had. We had to install, believe it or not, a security gate, wrought iron, that we put that up figuring that's okay, that'll work, right? They wanted to get in this building so bad so they could access the dealers that lived here at the time in 2003, that they used to climb over the security gate. So on the top of the security gate, I put a row of barbed wire. And wouldn't you know, they would defeat that. So I was forced to buy concertina wire like they have out at West Boylston at the House of Correction, and put that on top of the barbed wire. And wouldn't you know, the city of Worcester, the code department came. You know, that's the whole thing about it. The more you do to make your property safe and make it into a fortress, the less of, you become living like in a prison. And I don't believe that's the answer. I believe that the police, the code department and things like this should help the property owners take back control of their buildings, get rid of these people that stand around on the corners, selling poison to our youth. And, they do this all the time. They sell poison to our youth, and everybody says they have a perfect right to do that. Well, I agree up to a point. I'm an American. They're American. They're addicted on drugs, and they're selling poison to our children. Now, I don't have too much of a problem with that, because Joe Kennedy made the family fortune for the Kennedys selling illegal booze during Prohibition. It's the American way. If you're going to if you're going to commit crimes to make a living, and a lot of these people, the addicted, they don't have any other alternative, because that's all they know. So, you can't blame them really. But what my point is, I want to get all the social service agencies, Reverend Richie Gonzalez that does the prayer vigil, he had one tonight. I posted a thing on that on another news organization, Worcester Herald, I believe, online, paper that started up May 1st, 2014 with Billy Randell from Randell's Package Store. Nice, wonderful guy who helped me out with a lot of advice on a security camera situation. And he has a technician, Bill from Hudson, that helped me with the technical knowledge that I needed to get this now. Eventually, which is very, very close to happening now, is I'm going to send out the feed from these video recorders, so and give passcodes out to every officer in the city of Worcester, that they can just punch in the code and pull up the images from my cameras on their laptops right in their cruisers, which will be great. They don't have to be here. They could be anywhere in the city, and they can tune in at any moment's notice. Today actually, the 29th day of August, D-Day plus, there's 29 days in August. It was, anyway, I don't know exactly precisely right now, which is bothering me, because usually I'm such a fanatic about details. But what it is that when I put that on like that, I'm also going to give access to the civilians, the citizens, fellow concerned citizens such as myself, who, by the way, your civic duty people out there watching this video, is to assist the police in maintaining order in your communities. That's part of your civic duty. It's not the old snitches get stitches, or, this rat stuff, being designated as a rat by a segment of society that does not know what responsibility is all about and couldn't hold a candle. They couldn't lick my boots. I'm a former staff sergeant. I'm respectable. I'm honorable. I'm a victim of circumstance, and I'm also a victim of malfeasance and corruption of the Worcester County here in Worcester, Massachusetts, who, there's a proverbial saying, you effed the wrong guy. Well, they finally did, and that happened 30 September 1986, when I was assaulted by a corrections officer at the county courthouse of City of Worcester. While I was handcuffed with my hands behind the back, the guard lifted me off my feet in the corner of a holding cell, crushed my larynx, and I was just about ready to pass out when I put my Air Force low quarter through both lower leg bones on his left leg, and